Ozoi au hazid panan ida uvai pongkioi.
The people who kept the INAIT, where the myths were the priestesses, and they were the ones who knew all the story of Suminundu, HUMINODUN and Kinoingan. And
according to this ancient Rinayat passed down by the high priestesses, the girl who was sacrificed was in fact not of the name HUMINODUN.
In the INAIT, or in Penampang it's called INAIT, the ritual chanting of the priestesses, God is called Kinoingan, and he has a wife called Suminundu. But INAIT is in couplets of lines. The first line is always in the common language, the second line in a ritual language. In the ritual language, she's called HUMINODUN, because every Bobahizan or Bobolian or Bobohian will tell you it is the name of the wife, not the daughter. HUMINODUN is Suminundu. Actually, if you can understand the first line in each couplet, you can interpret the second line. And I think someone didn't understand that, and maybe they didn't transcribe it properly, they didn't check it with the Bobahizan, as they're called in Penampang. In the actual myth from Penampang, from the INAIT, she's the one that decides that she will sacrifice the daughter.
Ozoi au hazid panan ida uvai pongkioi.
My fellow Kadazan kind, first of all, I would like to say Kopivosian, Kotobian, the Wuhan Kamatan, the Wuhan Kohimo, inatandak nga bitoko the kito na bayna. I just want to state something which is the truth, nothing but the truth. Have you ever heard a woman's name goes by the name of Penampuhan, or the ritual name of Penindasan? Have you ever heard this name, PONIZUVUNG, the common name, or in the INAIT is also called PONIZUVUNG? I think most of the new generation haven't heard that. But this is actually the factual truth of the story and myths of the Kadazan Tangaah of Penampang. A wonderful story about a woman who became the first NGADAU, they call it, the harvest queen, which we, based from that story, we celebrate our annual harvest festival since the days of the colonialization of the British. Recognized the government in 1963 that harvest festival, or in the Kadazan term is Magavaw or Taraw Kamatan, is going to be celebrated every year in the month of May and even June to give thanksgiving to the bountiful harvest of rice and paddy. And there are many activities, and one of that activities is the cultural and heritage show, including the harvest festival queen called the UNDUK. Now, in the history, some of us who are not well informed may think this name HUMINODUN. HUMINODUN is the daughter of the Kadazan name called the Kinaingan, and she became the first UNDUK. HUMINODUN was sacrificed by Kinoingan and his wife Suminundu, and her body turned out to be, many parts of her body turned out to be food for the Kadazan people. The rice, the white rice, the red rice symbolize the blood, and the leg and many parts become sweet potatoes and so on. I had a friend, and his name is Gundahing Michael Subinon. One day he said to me, "Bishop, can I send to you this book of mine titled the Kadazan Mythology?" And he sent it to me all the way from Sabah to my office in Thailand, and I read it. And I was so excited and overjoyed because it talks about the ancient scroll of INAIT or INAIT. INAIT is actually a verbal and oral history and words being handed down by woman Kadazan priests called the Bobohisan. And the mother of Michael Subinon is one of those Bobohisan. And it was told and it was given to him to make it as a book and recorded it in this book called Kadazan Mythology. It is a wonderful story, a myth of the Kadazan Tangaah Myths, where there are two divine people, goes by the name, common name of Kinaingan, which is also the couplet's ritual name, Kapunan, mean the beginning. And he has a wife, goes by the common name of Suminundu or divine, and also the ritual name of HUMINODUN. So Kinaingan Kapunan has a wife, Suminundu HUMINODUN, which famously known as HUMINODUN, the daughter of Kinaingan. So I have to correct this wrong. It's actually HUMINODUN or Suminundu is the very wife of Kinaingan or Kapunan. And they had a daughter. And the name of this daughter is Penindasan, or the ritual name is Penampuhan. This is what I mean. And because of the situation in this history, in this story, that the land is not fertile and not producing much fruit, especially rice. And so, the wife, HUMINODUN, without the knowledge of the husband, Kinaingan or Kapunan, sacrificed this daughter, this Penindasan, Penampuhan, sacrificed her, and many parts of her body turned out to be the food, become rice, become sweet potatoes, and become many veggies. And before they go back to the spiritual world, Kinaingan or Kapunan and the wife, Suminundu and HUMINODUN, wanted this Thanksgiving to be celebrated by the people of Kadazan and the rest. And they called it Magavaw, or Harvest Festival, to appreciate, to celebrate. And there are many celebrations in Sumazaw dance, and eating and drinking, and of course, the beautiness of the culture. And who was chosen to be the master ceremony? It was Penampuhan. It was Penindasan, who turned out to be, who came alive, who became alive again, reincarnated in a very beautiful woman, that the people, when they saw this woman who came who became alive again. When they saw this beautiful woman, the people said, this is a beautiful unduk ngadau. Unduk ngadau means like the flower bud, which shine in the sun. That's the meaning. So, Penampuhan or penindasan became the first unduk ngadau or harvest queen. But when she came to life, when she incarnated to a new woman, Kinoingan, the father and the wife, HUMINODUN, called her with a new name, which is PONIZUVUNG, or ritually named PONIZUVUNG. This is where the information or wrong story was told by many generations today. They were thinking that HUMINODUN is the daughter of Kinoingan and Suminundu. No. HUMINODUN is the synonymous name, is the wife of Kinoingan, synonymous name of Suminundu. You know, in the INAIT, there is always so-called couplets word. The high priest, the woman priest of the Kadazan, whenever they say this prophetic word, they say in couplets. You know, for example, in Kadazan, when Kinoingan or Suminondu want to speak, the Boboizan will say like this: Bos kado Kinoingan, dogu kado kopunan. Or when the wife Suminundu or HUMINODUN speak, he said, Bos kado Suminundu, dogu kado HUMINODUN. But HUMINODUN and Suminundu is the same. Kinoingan and kopunan is the same. Bos kado penampuhan, dogu kado penindasan, when the daughter want to speak. So, I just want to clarify here, based from this book of INAIT, as well as explanation of all things, to correct the wrong, so that our association, whether they are Kadazan association, will be able to correct the wrong. That it was not HUMINODUN who was sacrificed. HUMINODUN is the very wife of Kinoingan or Kopunan. HUMINODUN, common name is Suminundu. The very one that was sacrificed was actually the daughter, goes by the name Penindasan or Penampuhan, which was renamed after the resurrection, after the incarnation, by the name of PONIZUVUNG, or the ritual name of PONIZUVUNG. She, PONIZUVUNG, was the first unduk ngadau of the Kadazan, the harvest festival that is celebrated until today. So I just want to straighten this based from our INAIT, based from the record of the Bobohizan, about the wrong information of who is the first unduk ngadau. It was not HUMINODUN, but PONIZUVUNG, the very daughter of Kinoingan and HUMINODUN, the very daughter of Kopunan and Suminundu. Thank you. God bless you. This is Bishop JOH SEER or Professor J.Loudin of Kadazan Legacy Center.
Ozoi au hazid panano, ida uvai pongkioi.
Oh ya, ini pekati uat logok madubo dengan community HUMINODUN, Kinaingan, Kopunan, HUMINODUN, Suminundu, PONIZUVUNG, PONIZUVUNG, kira pa di so di dubo di penindasan penumpuhan ngan hari tanak di aupo na pasizan dia mai kan ni pasti na bai tanak di mahik di nga subay dia ngan daw PONIZUVUNG PONIZUVUNG na okay engka sesezan itu bishop tepat nga no kayo kilisi teko mungkin negati da miti KSS nga nakoyo de susuzan itu tepat nakoyo jiho da isay iminan bahubuko tanak di kinaingan mo kani nga kibat ti sanguhun buan to ko di kigaga lah salita ay ni presida diti nga aw sida apadangan di ngan di PONIZUVUNG PONIZUBOT di anangan ni sida di ngan da HUMINODUN itahos di Subinon tadi jaho na di miga ko nanak da niti pamusavan di da mamaguna di ngan da HUMINODUN sebagai dengan ni tanak nga tumandon pa di da niti ko tulanda nga au ketunut bakanya jadi nung ingka di mikaka niti susui nudi the we have to put the wrong into right then I think kanu to ko da mikaka mengunsub da menumpo kaisan da tumanod di tepat kan ni so may da niti au to ko tumanod di tahulot bagya kan ni mesti da tumanod to ko ito tepat kiba da susuzan dia INAIT di hada ingka reference ko yan book INAIT kan ni okay menta dia da miti wasi yang kita tidak pentahangon itu tepat kusan pedi da PONIZUVUNG nga di tanak di PONIZUBOT nga tangludan pedi no ko ter panganan da PONIZUVUNG kiba da susuzan wasi dia kan ni ngan na pedi di tanak di tatapan da kalau nga PONIZUVUNG sebab penguvung haja hade tepukon ba tahos pada PONIZUVUNG PONIZUBOT na isoy ko mo zondaw imiga ko nakuvung haja hade tepukon di pekon na pedi timpu da pamasizan dia ina daw da sido kuwa na siya di kapasizay na siya di no incarnate kagya vining wadi di tando alawa unduk ngalawa okay okay bishop kan ya